Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. Call Halim La Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Chahak Wadash, and double honor to the elders and apostles of men of great millstone, and to the rest of the brethren on down, the teaching and preaching the true doctrine of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Shalom Bayah Shah Dabadah, and to the Akim and Akwat that sought to repenting, to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who fathers go back to one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob, Yasha Allah. Shalom to you, Mashpacha. Nishahakarab, coming to you with a quick one. And I just want I'm gonna show this clip real quick. And I came across this watching the elder brother Karatazar lesson, and I just wanted to bring out some scriptures on it. And Karatazar from out of VMS Vegas, sit down. So I just want to bring out some scriptures on this and end it off. But I'm gonna show this clip, so that's why I'm showing this right here, so you'll see up close who it is gonna be the person talking. This individual used to be with IUIC. He used to be with them. If I'm not mistaken, I think he used to be doing, doing their little instrumentals, their beats and stuff like that for their little stuff or whatever. And he was a part of they camp until, I guess, they dicked him out of some money or whatever that shit, and he wound up falling out of the truth. But what I want to say on this, why it's always when individuals fall out of these particular assemblies that they start going against the truth. Now, if somebody was teaching you false doctrine when you was in that particular assembly, well then, once you learn the true doctrine, you should preach the true doctrine. Instead of, if you ever learned the true doctrine, why do you fall out of the particular assembly and then start going against the true doctrine? See? These individuals are something else. But let me play this clip, and you go hear this bullshit that they say. And this is what I don't understand with our people. After all the hell we done been through behind the hands of all these nations, why you think that you got the type of God that's for to redeem his people out of their punishment, and then these damn nations, they ain't got no punishment to go through? Don't you know, in the times of old, when these other nations, when the Most High was executing his judgment upon these heathens, when we was coming into the land, don't you know them people feared Yahweh? His name was greatly magnified when he was executing his judgments upon these damn heathens. Don't you know they wasn't brought into the covenant with us because they feared our power? And it's going to be the same time in this future right now. When the Most High executed, when he redeemed his elect, and he executed his wrath and full judgment on these heathens, they ain't being accepted into the fold with us just because they fear our power. You people are stupid as hell, man. You're stupid as hell, and that's a weak-ass spirit. When you sit back and think that these people all they got to do is acknowledge our power, which they gonna do anyway. But just because they gonna acknowledge our power, that Yahweh is the only true power of the Israelites, just because they go acknowledge Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, that don't mean they accepted into the fold of us. That don't mean that they joined in with us when our covenant that he made with us. They got to go into captivity. How the fuck you gonna be going into captivity to serve the Israelites, but you gonna be joined on with them in their covenant? You fucking people stupid. But let me play this clip right quick and grab a few scriptures and end it off.
The church has an actual name, like an actual national name. All right, even though you're not born according to the flesh, but of the spirit, but you're all born in the same family. And that family's name is Israel, that was given to the seed of promise, Jacob, that passed on to all his descendants. All right. And this was all what God had promised to Abraham. Promised to Abraham he had many descendants, as numerous as the stars. These descendants would be made of all the nations of the earth, but when they're brought into the fold and join in with the people of God, they assume this oneness with the people of God, or Israel, that name that came from heaven. So,
Isaiah 41 and verse 8. But thou, Yasharallah, are my servant, Jacob whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend. You see? And giving all honor and praise and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua once again. But you see what it says right there. Who is the seed of Abraham? Ain't no spiritual seed of Abraham. Ain't no none of that. See, that's the problem with these people, man. They run around here with that pagan building trash. Sitting back talking about, oh, yeah, it's the spiritual seed of Abraham. No, ain't no, the seed of Abraham is spiritual, but it ain't no such thing as no spiritual seed of Abraham. See, and that's the problem with these people, man. And then, you got those two sisters, but I'm gonna get some more. But you got them two sisters sitting up there, listening to the dude. Which, hey, if it's a man teaching them, which they doing was right, but hey, they need to understand. And I don't get it with these people. It's like, here it is, you running from the individuals that's speaking the true doctrine to you, and you running to these individuals that's telling you some nonsense. Any of these people sit back and try to tell you, any of our people that sit back and try to tell you that the Most High is bringing in all the nations, they gonna be joined with us. Man, these people gonna serve us as slaves, man. They gonna serve us as slaves. And ain't no all nations coming in and gonna be joined in with the Israelites with the promise or the covenant that the Most High made with his people. The promises that he made to Abraham transcended down to Abraham's seed, which is the Israelites, and the covenant that the Most High made with our forefathers is transcended down to us right now. So the promise and the covenant is only for the Israelites. Period. It ain't for no all people and all this old shit that him and these other individuals talking about, man. Period. The promises only for the Israelites. The covenant is only for the Israelites. Nobody else. See? But see, this is why Proverbs say this. See, this is why Solomon put this in Proverbs, right? 14 and verse 15. Because he know what he says. The simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his goings. And who is this simple motherfucker who is this simple person that'll believe every word? Let's go to it and show you. Who? Proverbs 9 and verse 13. And it reads, a foolish woman is clamorous, she is simple and knoweth nothing. Those women that he was sitting there talking to, although they was doing one thing good, meaning being quiet, got their head covered while the scriptures coming out and so on and so forth. But once again, you got an individual with that weak ass spirit sitting back talking about all nations they gonna be joined with the Israelites. And these people are stupid as hell, man. How these people gonna be your slaves and build up your kingdom, but they gonna be joined on with you. They gonna be the Most High is joining them in with you as if you're a whole. That's some old heathen Edomite made up garbage, man. See, but let's grab this though. Romans. Just weak ass people, man. Weak as hell, man. And it says what? Romans 9 and verse 7. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children, but in Isaac shall thou seed be called. And Abraham, we know Abraham had 8 sons altogether total. See, he had 6 children by Keturah, and then he had 2 more. Isaac, with Ishmael and Isaac. That's 8 altogether. Ishmael, Keturah 6 children, they all the children of the flesh. They are not according to the promise, not according to the spirit. See? They're fleshly. See? And that fleshly don't mean, oh, and see, they counted, they the flesh. No, the spirit applies to who's being considered by Yahweh as the actual seed of Abraham. Why you think when Abraham, when the Most High when Yahweh told Abraham to go sacrifice his son Isaac, which was Yahushua, before he came as Yahushua, but mind you, when Yahweh told Abraham to go sacrifice Isaac, why do you think he told him that you go sacrifice your only begotten son? Now, was Isaac his only begotten son? No, he wasn't. He had Ishmael too. So Isaac was not his only begotten son. He had Ishmael too. But what did the Most High say? He said, your only begotten son. Matter of fact, let me punch that up real quick. Let me just type it in. And what it says right here, Hebrews 11 and 17. By faith Abraham, when he was tried, offered up Isaac, and he that had received the promises offered up what? And he that had received the promises offered up his only begotten son. Was Isaac his only begotten son? No. But why does it say his only begotten son? Because why? He is the one that's counted for the seed of Abraham. See? See? Not Ishmael, not Keturah's children. Isaac was one. So reading it again, Romans 9 and verse 7. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called. That is, they which are the children of the flesh, these are not the children of Yahweh, but the children of Yahweh, but the children of the promise are counted for the seed. And you saw what it says. It said what? What did it say? That and these are not the children of Yahweh. These are the children of the flesh. Was who? Keturah's children, Esau, Ishmael. That's who the children of the flesh is. And it ain't talking about the flesh as if, oh, you born off his lineage. No, they don't get that. Yeah, they came up out of Abraham, but they don't get that lot from Yahweh as being considered as the sons and daughters of Isaac, or the sons and daughters of Jacob, which is the Israelites. They don't get that lot of being the children of Abraham. See? I don't know what it is with our people. Here it is, you done been fucked up, and you think that make you seem so righteous because you looking at the heathens and you want to say to the heathens, yeah, y'all can come in and you can be, oh, we can hold hands and we can be joined together. That's weak. No, we want their ass to go be punished how they did for what they did to us. That's what we want. But this the problem with our people. You're sitting back and you always want to forgive heathens, but you don't even want to forgive your own people. You niggas are hold grudges with each other, with your own motherfucking people. But then when it comes to the heathens, you so compassionate. You so forgiving. The shit is irritating. I can't stand weak individuals of our people, man. I can't stand it. You see? Don't make no damn sense. Matter of fact, let me grab this real quick. Galatians 3. Galatians 3. Let's go down to it real quick. Galatians 3 and 16. Now to Abraham and his seed were the promises made. He said, not into seeds as of many, but as of one. And to thy seed, which is Mashiach. Who? Isaac. But it says what? Not into seeds as of many. It ain't talking about Ishmael. It ain't talking about Keturah's children. It's only talking about Isaac. Isaac and Jacob. You see? That's who it's talking about. Period. That's who it's talking about, man. See? Matter of fact, let me grab this in Acts right quick. Acts 13. Acts 13, let's go down to it, around 31. Yeah, let's start at 31. Acts 13 to 31. And he was seen many days, talking about Yahushua. He was seen many days, which came up with him from Galilee to Jerusalem, who are his witnesses unto the people. And we declare unto you glad tidings, meaning good news, how that the promises which was made unto the fathers, Yahweh has so fulfilled the same unto us, their children. Who? The Israelites. In that he had raised up Yahushua again, as it is also written in the second Psalms, Thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee. See? Now, what he says in the second Psalms, what does it say? It says, Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathens for thy inheritance in the uttermost parts, or the heathens for thy possession in the uttermost parts of the earth. But it's like it, the heathens for thy inheritance and the uttermost part of the earth for thy possession. Matter of fact, let's grab that real quick. Now, how in the hell the heathens gonna be joint heirs with us? But then he said he gonna give them to us as a possession. We're gonna possess these motherfuckers as slaves, as servants. So how they coming in and they gonna be joined on to us as one? Don't make no motherfucking sense, man. Don't make no sense. Matter of fact, let's grab that in Acts and in Psalms. Let's read that too. Psalms 2. You see? And what it says? Verse 7. I will declare the decree. The Lord Yahweh had said unto me, Thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee, concerning Yahushua. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Wait a minute. If these heathens, wait a minute, it says what? And thou shalt break them with a rod of iron and dash in pieces as a potter's vessel. If you go possess these heathens as an inheritance as slaves, how the hell they gonna be joined in with you too, and applied to the promises in the covenant? How? If they gonna be your damn slaves? See, it don't go with the text. How you gonna say they gonna be joined on? They coming in, they gonna be one with the Israelites in the kingdom of heaven that's gonna be established on earth. But then you fucking sitting back talking about, but it tells you here that they gonna be Israelite slaves. See, just like it said also. Let me grab that Leviticus. What is it? 25 and I think it's 44 or something around there. And what it says, Leviticus 25 and 44. Both thy bondmen and thy bondmaids, meaning slave man and slave woman, which thou shalt have, shall be of the heathen that are round about you. Of them shall ye buy bondmen and bondmaids. Moreover, of the children of the strangers that do sojourn with you, among you, of them shall ye buy, and of their families that are with you, which they begat in your land, and they shall be your possession. And ye shall take them as an inheritance, what? As an inheritance for your children after you, to inherit them for a possession. They shall be your bondmen, slave men, forever. But over the brethren, the children of Yasharallah, ye shall not rule over one another with rigor. But you see what it says right there. These heathens are going to be our possession, our slaves. So how they gonna be joint heirs with us as one in the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua? How? See, saying stupid ass shit like that with that old weak ass shit talking about that. Oh yeah, see, that's weak, man, and it don't match up with the scriptures. See, you can't read one thing in the scriptures and then you go try to read another one and it's gonna go against it. No, they go complement one another. They go complement one another, man. See, but these jakes are weak as hell, man. I mean, weak than a motherfucker, man. But let's go back to Galatians, man. Galatians. Let's grab 4. Galatians 4. And I'm going to start in at verse 28. Now we, brethren, as Isaac was, are the children of the promise. And who is this talking about? Who is these Galatians he's talking to? It ain't no damn heathens. Because ain't no heathens according to the promise. See? Ain't no he's according to the promise. As a matter of fact, let me grab that in Romans right quick. Romans 9 and 4. Who are Israelites, to whom pertains the adoption, and the glory in that adoption is us being brought back to Yahweh through Yahushua. See? Meaning that reconciliation is being established. See? Because why? The Most High gave us a bill of divorce. But through Yahushua, we're being reconciled back to the Most High. That's what the adoption is about. The adoption ain't for no heathens to be adopted into this fold with his people. You idiots. And the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of Yahweh and the promises. You see? Those promises is to the Israelites. See? Going back to Galatians 4 and 28. Now we, brethren, as Isaac was, are the children of the promise. But as then, he that was born after the flesh persecuted him that was born after the spirit. Even so now it is. And it's even so now it is, even like that to this day. That who? Who was the true that was born according to the flesh? Esau and Ishmael. Ishmael and Esau, guess what they did? They persecuted us. They persecuted him that was according to the promise. Him that was according to the spirit. They persecuted us. See, just like Ishmael persecuted Isaac, Ishmael also persecuted Isaac's descendant, which was Esau, which was Jacob. He also persecuted him, and Esau also persecuted his father's descendant, which is Jacob. They both persecuted him that was according to the spirit and the promise. They both did. See? Why you think those are the main two motherfuckers that's walking through the earth telling me, yes, and we the seed of Abraham, and it was there, but then what the Israelites said? The Israelites is going through the punishments that was written in these scrolls pertaining to what we was gonna go through. But here it is, you got these two fucking people, Ishmael and these damn Edomites over there talking about, one is talking about, oh yes, they done took the land that don't belong to neither one of them. And they both said, yes, we got this land, and we the seed of Abraham. And then you got the Edomites saying, yes, we the Israelites, we the Jews, and we the Jewish people. And once again, they persecuted. Matter of fact, let me just grab this real quick. Who was these that persecuted the seed of those that was according to the spirit and the promise? When you grab that Psalms 83, it's going to tell you who it was that persecuted them. And what it says, Psalms 83, starting at verse 2. For lo, thy enemies make it to moat, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and they consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yahshua may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Who? The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites. I ain't even got to read no more. That's the two right there that was according to the flesh that did what? That persecuted him that was according to the spirit and the promise. These fucking two peasants right here. Edomites and Ishmaelites. See? So let's go back to it though. Galatians 4 and 28. But as then, verse 29. But as then he that was born after the flesh persecuted him that was born after the spirit. Even so now, even so it is now. You see that? But what it says, nevertheless, what said the scripture? Cast out the bondwoman and her son, for the son of the bondwoman shall not be heir with the son of the free woman. You see that? It says shall not be heir. So you can't be walking around right now talking about T, and then when Yahushua come, they gonna be joined unto the Israelites as one. Man, you're a fucking idiot. It said that this Ishmael or this Edomite and the Ishmael, they're not gonna be joined. But you niggas, it's always about these damn devils with y'all. See, they gonna be joined in talking about the other. And then the motherfucker had the audacity to say that Abraham's seed is made up, is comprised of the other nations. Are you a damn idiot? Now, mind you, Abraham's seed, which is the Israelites, if they put their seed in a woman of any nation, that woman is gonna bring forth that Israelite, because that Israelite man put his seed in there. But ain't no motherfucking women of other nations or men of other nations is gonna make up the seed of Abraham. Abraham's seed, the Israelites literally had to put their seed in a woman of another nation, and then that Israelite will come from out of that nation because he's an Israelite, for number one, and the mother of that nation birthed that Israelite. But he's still an Israelite, he's not of that nation, you see? But ain't no other nation, ain't no other motherfucking nations is coming out the seed of Abraham, and he ain't coming out of no other nations. Hey, these people stupid as hell, man. Let me grab this one too. Genesis, the 21st chapter, right? And let's go down to it. Matter of fact, we're gonna start at around, let me see. You know what, let's start at 9. And Sarah saw the son of Hagar, the Egyptian, which she had born unto Abraham mocking. Wherefore she said unto Abraham, cast out this bondwoman and her son, for the son of the bondwoman, slave woman, shall not be heir with my son, even with Isaac. And the thing was very grievous in Abraham's sight because of his son. And Yahweh said unto Abraham, let it not be grievous in thy sight because of the lad, and because of thy bondwoman. And all that Sarah hath said unto thee, hearken unto her voice, for in Isaac shall thy seed be called. You see that? Only in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Period. See? Only in Isaac shall thy seed be called. That's who the promise is for. That's who the covenant is for. And ain't no other nations coming in to the promise, and neither is any other nation coming in to the covenant. That's only for the Israelites. See, matter of fact, let me grab this Hebrews. Hebrews 11. Hebrews 11. And verse 9. And what it says, let's start at 8. By faith Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for an inheritance, obeyed, and he went out not knowing whither he went. By faith he sojourned in the land of promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise. Why didn't it say the Keturah children and Ishmael is heirs with him in accordance to the same promise? Why didn't it say that? It said who? Isaac and Jacob. That's who the promise is made, and when it came to the covenant, that's who the covenant is for, the Israelites. Not nobody else, man. That's who just joint heirs with the Israelites. It's the Israelites. Ain't no heathens joint heirs with us. And that's another one when they get to going into Ephesians 3 and 6 when they say, oh yes, it's the Ephesians, it's the other nations. No, it's Israelites. See? The only heirs is the Israelites, man. That's it, period. Let's grab this. Romans 8 and 16. The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahweh. And if children, then heirs, heirs of Yahweh, and joint heirs with Mashiach, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may also be also glorified together. See? So the Israelites is the only ones who you think these Romans is Paul was writing to. It ain't he writing to all the people of Rome. You lie. He writing to Israelites that was in Rome. See? Period. See? So, matter of fact, let's grab that Ephesians real quick. And they don't get it. They always reading Romans, Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Colossians, Philippians, and Thessalonians. And they always reading, and the first thing they start thinking is that, no, these Ephesians, these Galatians, it's talking to they the heathens, they the other nations, they the Gentiles. Not knowing that they the Gentile Israelites that was born in those lands, that was in those places. That's who it's talking about. It ain't talking about no heathens. Let's grab this. Ephesians 3 and 6. Let's start at 5. Matter of fact, let's start at 4. Whereby, when ye read, ye may understand my knowledge in the mystery of Mashiach, which in other ages was not made known unto the sons of men, as it is now revealed unto the holy apostles and prophets by the Spirit. that the Gentiles should be fellow heirs and of the same body and partakers of his promise in Mashiach by the gospel. And who are these Gentiles it's talking about? It's talking about Israelites, man. You damn idiots. See? That's why they don't understand nothing about Ephesians, the second chapter. Ephesians, the second chapter, it said that they was aliens for the covenant problem. That's talking about Israelites that was, they didn't know nothing about when Yahweh Shah was in the land and was speaking about pertaining to the second covenant. They didn't know nothing about it. Why do you think the gospel, the truth had to be spoken to our people that was outside? Because they didn't hear nothing about it. It ain't talking about no heathens, man. Period. Let's grab this one. Galatians chapter 4. And let's go down to verse Galatians 4. Matter of fact, I got to read. I got to go into, and let me see. I'm just going to start at 4 just to get a little context. Right? And it says what? Let's start at 3. Even so we, when we were children, were in bondage under the elements of the world. But when the fullness of the time was come, Yahweh sent forth his son, made of a woman, made under the law. Who is these Galatians he's saying this to? Israelites. It says what? To redeem them that were under the law, that they might receive the adoptions of sons. See the same thing that's written in Romans 9? The adoption of sons. It's talking about the Israelites. Matter of fact, let's grab it, prove real quick. Adoption. Right? Adoption. And it says what? Adoption. Adoption as sons. That relationship which Yahweh was pleased to establish between himself and the Israelites in preference to all other nations. You see that? In preference to all other nations. See? So you ain't gonna be running around talking about the Abraham is all the other nations going to the seed with the Israelites. They gonna be counted as a seed of Abraham. And when y'all, man, this shit just sounds stupid as hell. It kind of gave me a headache hearing the stupid shit. Galatians 4 and verse 5. To redeem them that were under the law, that we might receive the adoption of sons. Who might receive the adoption of sons? Israelites. And he was speaking that what? Those Israelites that was born in foreign lands, they being brought back into the fold. If they repent and turn back to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, they fully accept it. See? But verse 6 says what? And because ye are sons, who are sons? The Israelites. Yahweh has sent forth the spirit of his son into your hearts, crying, Abba, Abba. Wherefore, thou art no more a servant, but a son. Who are no more a servant, but a son? The Israelites. And if a son, then an heir of Yahweh through Yahweh Shai. You see that? And who is it talking about? The Israelites, man. That's who is it talking about. So these people is dumb as hell, man. And then the individual sit back and said that the stars, he gonna multiply his seed as the stars of heaven. That ain't got nothing to do with the other nations. The same thing that he told Abraham that he was going to multiply his seed as the stars of heaven. He told Isaac, I'm going to multiply your seeds of heaven. He told our forefather Jacob, I'm going to multiply your seeds as the stars of heaven. And that's on the sand of the seashore. See? It's all about the Israelites, man. I don't get it with our people. You crying and you scraping and scratching and crawling, trying to find a way to, but you're going against the Most High. You're going against Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, saying these other nations can come. You just stupid as hell, man. But let's grab a few of these, and I'm gonna end it off. Let's go here. Let's go to Genesis. Genesis 22. Right? And let's go down to it. Straight to the point, though. Let's start at 15. And the angel of Yahweh called unto Abraham out of heaven the second time, and said, By myself have I sworn, said Yahweh, for because thou hast done this thing, and hast not withheld thy son, thy only son. Wait a minute. He said thy only son. Is this his only son? No, it wasn't. But what the Most High say to him? What did Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua say to him? What did Yahweh say to him? He said, because thou hast not withheld thy only son. Was Isaac his only son, man? We all know this. No, he wasn't. See? But see, Isaac is the only one that's counted for the seed, man. He's the only one counted for the seed. Slocky right quick. Hold on. The hell was that? He's the only one counted for the seed. Well, let me see something real quick. Because it's damn coyotes walking by this motherfuckers and shit. Oh, okay. Looking like, what the hell was that? Yeah, fucking 3 coyotes and shit walking by here, man. Them motherfuckers will attack you. What the hell going on around here? But anyway, what it says, thy only son. See? Why? Because Isaac was counted for the seed. Isaac offspring, not Esau, but Jacob is counted for the seed. That in blessing I will bless thee, and multiplying I will multiply thy seed as the stars of heaven, and as the sand which is upon the seashore, and thy seed shall possess the gates of his enemies. Not that his seed enemies is going to come in now. When he was saying this, the gates of our enemies, that was talking about when we came into the land the first time. But when Yahweh shall return, we go possess the, hey, Edomites is our enemies. Did we possess the gates of Edom? No, we didn't. But when Yahweh shall return, we are going to possess the gates of Edom. And we go possess the gates of Moab and Ammon. We go possess all our enemies' lands. We go possess all of it when Yahweh shall return. But the point I'm making here is he said he was going to multiply his seed. He telling Abraham that he going to multiply his seed as the stars of heaven. Who was he talking about? Concerning who? Was he talking about Ishmael? No. Was he talking about Esau? No. Who was he talking about? Yasha Allah. That's who he was talking about. See, let's grab it. Genesis 26. Genesis 26. And what he finna tell Isaac? Let me see real quick. I come down to the point. Verse 3 and 4. He says, sojourn in this land, and I will be with thee, and I will bless thee, for unto thee and unto thy seed I will give all these countries, and I will perform the oath which I swore unto Abraham thy father. Who was he telling this to? Isaac. First he told it to Abraham, now he's telling the same thing to Isaac. And I will, did he tell us to Ishmael? Did he tell us to Esau? No, he didn't. Did he tell us to Keturah children? No, he didn't. And I will make thy seed to multiply as the stars of heaven, and I will give unto thy seed all these countries, and in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed. And what it says, when you go back to Genesis, the 12th chapter, he said, if they bless thee, he told Abraham, if I will bless these nations, if they bless thee, I will bless them. If they curse thee, I will curse them. That same promise that he made to Abraham, that transcended down to Isaac. So when he says, if these nations bless us, he go bless them. They didn't bless Isaac. When you come down to Isaac descended Jacob, let's grab that. In Genesis 28. In Genesis 28. And let's go down to it, 13. I start at 12. And he dreamed, and behold, a ladder set up on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven. And behold, the angels of Yahweh ascending and descending on it. And behold, the Lord Yahweh stood above it and said, I am Yahweh, power of Abraham, thy father, and the power of Isaac. The land wherein thou liest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed. Who is he talking to? Our forefather Jacob. And thy seed shall be as the dust of the earth, which the stars of the heavens too. And thou shalt spread abroad to the west, and to the east, and to the north, and to the south. And in thee and in thy seed shall all the families of the earth be blessed. Once again, you got to remember what he said in Genesis. See, these people like to read this, and they like to say, oh, see, he said in his seed, all the nations of the earth be blessed. Let's grab this real quick. When it's coming to, and those nations that's going to be blessed is Israelites. But when it comes to the actual nations, they're not going to be blessed. Why? This is why. What did he say to him in 12? what he said. This is the key point, but this they don't understand that this ain't always written every time it's mentioned that he go bless. It's like when you go into Acts the third chapter, it ain't always mentioned. The whole thing is not always there. It always just say, "I'm gonna bless these other families," but the other part is not mentioned. So you come back here, Slakia. So you come back here and get the point. Let me end it off though. It says Genesis 12:2. And I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse them that curse thee. And in thee shall all families of earth be blessed. Now, when you go back to Jacob, he says what? Those that bless us, they will be blessed. But see, get what? Guess what? Those that curse us will be cursed. So all these nations cursed us. So they ain't getting blessed. They going into motherfucking captivity. And I'm going to end it off there, giving all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Rakah HaKodash. Shalom, Yasharallah.